Go! Hello and welcome to Just the Tip, baby. We're back. Pearson Graham in live action. We're gonna go over this week's matchups for our Miyo's Fantasy Football League.
We're really excited to be with you today. Coming from our Carrington Place studios.
Man, this is going to be fun. We got a lot of analysis. We've actually looked at stuff. We've individually reviewed each matchup. We picked our own difference makers. We picked our top score overall just from everybody. We've done a little research. We recorded a video a couple nights ago and tried to wing the matchups. The video sucked. We watched it. It was really boring. It had some funny parts, but I don't know. We want y'all to enjoy it. We need some input. So, you know, we're not fucking Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen over here, you know.
Right. We're a lot more excited about what we got for y'all today. I had my iced coffee already, so I'm feeling pretty good.
I just got back from Dunkin' Donuts.
I even had a strawberry frosted donut today.
Strawberry frosted donut.
I
just had a chicken salad. It was average as fuck.
Yeah.
I saw as soon as I sat down and started reviewing this shit, Graham pops out of the bathroom and goes, ugh, like he just took the biggest shit I've ever seen him take.
I've already taken 2 today. Got 3 more to go, and I'll be ready for work. So
perfect.
But segueing in, we're gonna review all the matchups. We got a couple great games this week. Very excited. We got the Patriots-Steelers on tonight.
Patriots-Steelers, it counts. They're real points. It goes down. It matters. There's stats.
The footballs will be inflated, and we'll.
Well, debatable. We'll see.
We're gonna see how it works out, and we're really excited about it, though.
Hopefully, I wish somebody would just throw a deflated football on the field. That's got to happen tonight, wouldn't you think? That would happen at least once. Somebody just throw a fucking deflated football on the field to fuck around.
It is in New England, though, so.
True, but
they're
Steelers fans, man. Steelers fans are everywhere.
That's true, they are. Pollylog's going to be hopping tonight.
The bullshit terrible towel will be fucking swinging, man. I'm so ready for tonight. God, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a shootout. Jared was talking about not starting Roethlisberger and starting Tannehill.
Roethlisberger versus Tannehill.
I think Roethlisberger, he should start. I decided that. Anyway.
I'm still leaning towards Tannehill, but in Fantasy League, you get caught up in the matchups sometimes, and sometimes you just got to go with your big guns.
Got to go with your big guns. Roethlisberger, come on, man. But also, I wanted to point out, a lot of people made fun of Graham having his beer. He's like, always got to have a beer in your right hand. And we were like, wow, you had it in your left hand, Graham. You're an idiot. But it was in his right hand. The camera's just flipped around. Just wanted to clarify that.
Always have to have a Coke in your right hand.
Hydrated. Got to stay hydrated.
Camera flip trick. Some of y'all don't understand that.
Some kind of weird physics move. I don't even know if that's the right thing to say at all. But Right. Correct.
Right. Been hanging out with Shoei and Trey too much.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Everything's cool. I'm Trey. Yeah. I know a lot of weird stuff.
I'm really excited to get down to the matchups. And I'm on a time crunch. I'm already going to be late to work probably. But
no, we got 30 minutes. We'll be okay.
Before we get into that, I want to do something different this week. And I made up like 3 questions to ask you.
Okay.
All right. Coming at you hard. You're going to have about 10 to 20 seconds to figure out your answer.
Fire away. 3 random questions for this segment. Unrelated to fantasy football, just to get, I don't know, just to throw a little something else, spice up the video.
Just keep it interesting.
Let's hear it.
Wes Craven, sad time. He passed away recently. He was the director of Scream. He created those.
Wes Craven.
Awesome fucking movies. Now,
awesome.
He also, before Scream was ever around, created one of the most well-known villains in all of horror movies. Now I want you to tell me who that is. You have A, Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. B, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th.
Next one, Michael Myers.
C, Michael Myers, Halloween.
Is it Freddy, Jason, or Michael? Which one did he create? He wasn't the director. He wasn't the Halloween movies, was he? So that would be no Michael.
I'll give you a hint. Johnny Depp, as a kid, was in one of these movies.
Oh man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna scratch Michael out. I think it's Freddy or Jason. I'm gonna go.
3 seconds.
I'm gonna Freddy.
Freddy? Ding, ding, ding. 1 for 1.
Woo!
2 more to go.
Okay.
Miyo's question. In order from when they started, I have Trey, Taylor, Jared, and Sarah. List those people.
Trey,
in
Taylor,
order.
Jared, and Sarah when they started. Taylor started after me, so Sarah and Trey were before me, and so was Jared. Jared was about the time you came. Trey was before you. I think it goes Trey, Jared, Sarah, Taylor.
Ooh, close. The
I
correct
think Taylor,
answer.
Sarah and Taylor might be, or Sarah and Jared might be flip flop.
The correct answer is Jared started the same time as me.
Yeah.
Me and Jared both started in front of Trey. Sarah actually started before Trey, helped him get the job. So it's Jared,
Damn.
Jared, Sarah, Trey, Taylor. All right,
Okay.
1 for 1.
All right.
This is all the marbles. You ready? I was thinking about this last night when me and Jared were sitting on the chair after we got off. What is the name of the black rugrat?
Susie.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, fucking
That's what
Susie.
makes us friends.
Phil and Lil are my niggas, though.
Jared
Those are the
was-
real niggers in
Jared
that
was
one.
thinking how anybody could
Niggos.
get that right, and I got that right off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. Susie. That just, boom.
All right,
0.5
man.
seconds.
Well, let's jump on in. That was pretty good for the first week.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You want to start us off? We got, it was Jared and Davis.
All right, Jared and Davis, our first matchup. Very intriguing. Almost picked this matchup as our game of the week. Projected, Jared's 106, Davis
A
92.
little low, but
Yeah, but I picked Jared to win. Like, it was so close, though. Looking at it more and more, I just really loved Andre Johnson, Emmanuel Sanders, and Aaron Rodgers for Chicago for Davis. But I picked Big Ben for Jared as my difference maker. I think it's going to be a shootout tonight. Big Ben's going to have 3 touchdowns. A.J. Green versus Oakland might have 2 touchdowns or 100
I
yards
like AJ Green in that game.
versus Oakland. So I think that puts Jared over the top, even though I think Davis will be right behind him. I think it's like a 5-point game. I love this matchup. And the last 5 games, the Texas D did not give up 100 yards to any team. So for the Texans, who's that for? I don't know.
Texans are playing.
That was for the running for.
Texans are playing the Chiefs, so you're talking about Jamal Charles.
Yeah, Jamal
I like
Charles
that
for
matchup.
Davis. That's what I'm talking about.
I like
yeah.
that for Jared because they added Vince Wilfork in the middle too. Clowney is going to be healthy, so I don't really see Jamal Charles doing a lot either.
Yeah, that's because Texans D, I think, might shut down Jamal Charles. That'll be the difference maker there. Big Ben has a big day. What do you think?
My biggest thing is Ben Roethlisberger. It's a solid play. I don't see him going more than 15. I don't really think that's going to make a huge difference. A big thing is Marshawn Lynch. Wrote a couple stats down about him. He St. Louis, the last 2 games he's played against them, held to 53 and 60 rushing yards. 1 TD combined in those 2 games. He had 0 rushing touchdowns on the road last season until week 15. So I'm pretty sure Seattle. I don't know if it's Pete Carroll getting cocky or getting away from what they do, but they like to put the ball in Russell Wilson's hands a lot more when they're on the road.
And
check out the Super Bowl games. Sometimes they
Russell
just
Wilson's
like to get
been
away
running a lot. Russell Wilson had 850 yards rushing last season. That is incredible.
That's right.
That's like running back numbers. That is fucking insane.
And especially in week 1 openers, the last 3 years on the road, at Carolina, 43 rushing yards. He played at Arizona. I think he had a total of 6 fantasy points that game. And then 2011, he had a total of 5 fantasy points. Those are on the road, but it's relevant because they're going to St. Louis. St. Louis is really happy and confident about what they have this year. I see it real low scoring. I think it's just going to be one of those games where Russell Wilson's running around and they win like 9-6. I don't see Marshawn doing that much.
Yeah, true. That could be like a bullshit fantasy game that fucks everyone over.
Right, and I think that makes a big difference because I think that's what's going to help Jared win a bunch of games is Marshawn Lynch. But I think that kind of keeps him at bay. My difference maker is Doug Martin, actually. I was really surprised to see him start at first, but they're playing the Titans, who have, I think, the 30th rushing defense in the league. So there's going to be a lot of opening holes. They're going to want to give Martin the ball because Jameis Winston is his first start. They're going to try to keep him off his back.
But remember, there's platoons. You got Doug Martin, you got Sims, and you got Bobby Rainey in the backfield. So you don't know how much, who's going to get what carries. But I'd imagine somebody's going to get some carries, and that very well could be Doug Martin.
So if Doug Martin's the guy, which I think he is, then I got Davis. So we got one Jared, one Davis.
I picked Jared. Graham goes Davis.
It'll be a good one though. We're excited.
Split down the middle. Who we going to next? We got Pierce and Andrew. Myself versus Andrew Ewing, the private room heroes. Slinging that General Tso's chicken in the private room. God, I love him. Let's see. In this one, I picked Andrew. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. Both of our squads look really good. But what I'm very terrified of is Tony Romo, my boy. I love Tony Romo to death. Versus the Giants Sunday night. That's scary. They got a Sunday night game at Jerry World at home versus the Giants and Joseph Randle, too, who Andrew has running. They got him projected for like 7.5 points, which is a bit ridiculous. I think that Romo-Randle combination could be devastating. I think Randle gets at least 14 points, double the projected amount. And he also has Lamar Miller at Washington. That is a little scary as well. So I'm liking I'm liking that Dallas game for Andrew.
Andrew by how much?
I'm saying Andrew by like 8 points.
8 points?
Saying about like 100 to 92.
I have this game going to be pretty close. My biggest thing is the flex players. I think that's going to be super fun. You got Devontae Adams for Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
I like that start for you a lot, especially against the Bears D. They are god-awful, and their DBs aren't going to get any better with Hope being on the Gamecocks now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I have this game listed as Battle of the Flex Players, and Joseph Randle is my difference maker. He's also, I'm going to go, he's my top scorer this week. I have Joseph Randle getting close to 30 to 35 points this week. I love the Giants. They're my squad. But Jace Pierre-Paul is still sucking his thumb over blowing it off. So, I mean...
Sucking his thumb? Yeah, he doesn't have a fucking index finger to suck on.
That's
for sure.
right. So, I mean, shit. Like, he's not going to be playing. They were 25th run defense last year. So, I mean, you take your best run stopper off like already bad run defense, and that doesn't go well for the Giants. So, I mean, if it's not Romo, it's going to be Randle. But either way, I think that combination is gonna have Andrew, drinking those Millers pretty quickly on Sunday
We're
night.
We're funneling the Four Locos. You
That's
never
right,
know.
man.
That's our drinking the Sparks, whatever he likes to do.
That's right. We'll do it with a smile. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. He smiles a lot. But yeah, so the preseason number one, y'all's favorite, me, is picked to go 0-2 by the co-host of Just the Tip. All right, moving on. We have, I'm going to save you for last. We got Trey and Will. Trey and Will next. Right Hook Ray and God Hates Jags.
Now, this is kind of an early playoff game for these teams because they're both kind of on the cusp. I think
they got stuff to prove.
Yeah, I think a few weeks from now we'll be looking back on this
from
game.
Our opinions, they have stuff to prove. Not to themselves, they probably think they're fine, but
yeah, I think one of these teams is going to show out, and we're going to see what they're made of, essentially.
All right, I got Will Collins winning this one. I think it's going to be a very close matchup. I just couldn't pick Trey because I hate Chris Ivory. I don't know why. They think he's going to have a big game this week. Everybody's saying that, but I do not see Chris Ivory
he plays for the
having
Jets.
a big game. He's the Jets. The Jets is where fantasy teams go to die.
And
if you want to lose, you pick players from the Jets.
Yeah.
And
Rex Ryan couldn't even last there.
And Shane Vereen at Dallas. I don't see him having a big game at all. He's got two guys. This could be combined for like 8 points potentially, and that's scary for Trey. I think Gronkowski also is hard to side against, but I mean, I have Andrew Luck and Mike Evans being difference makers for Right Hook Ray. I think Andrew Luck goes off for his Buffalo, 3 touchdowns, and Mike Evans has at least 100 yards or a couple touchdowns, and I think that puts Right Hook Ray above Trey. Look at that rhyme from out of nowhere.
Yeah, not bad. I'm liking Trey in this game, and I'm really kind of skeptical though because Alshon Jeffrey is still listed as questionable, but that guy's a fucking hoss. He's a badass. So I'm thinking he'll come back. I like Steve Smith Sr.
Of course you do.
Opening up, I don't like. Either he's gonna get ejected or he's gonna fucking score 20 points. But either way, he'll be fun to watch.
He's gonna be bitching somebody out.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Gronk
be
game
unhappy
home with
about
Brady.
something.
They're gonna have a couple, touchdown dances going together. But my biggest matchup to look for is Andrew Luck and Frank Gore against the Bills. That's a really good defense, but what they're gonna try to do is run the ball with Shady McCoy on the ground, and I think that keeps that game low scoring. Which Andrew Luck is Will's biggest heavy hitter, and I think he's kind of kept it at bay, maybe 10 to 15 points. I think Frank Gore gets a touchdown, maybe 2. He gets like about 10 to 15 points, and that balances out anything that Right Hook Ray is going to do on the ground. So if Chris Ivory, even if he does horrible, I think he'll be all right, and I think Breeze is going to be the guy that puts it over the top.
Awesome. I could agree with everything you just said. I agree with that.
So we got one Will, one Trey.
I got Will. He's got Trey.
Keeping the split decisions.
We'll see, man. We're disagreeing on a lot of this. That's why we kind of did our own thing when we were figuring out who's gonna win, so we could just come tell you guys what we thought and how we differ. So, moving on, we got Grant and Taylor, the Charleston boy. Taylor, God, we're gonna miss you.
Yeah.
Super sad, but let's not talk about that. Taylor doesn't like to get emotional and talk about feeling. You don't like that stuff. We don't like that stuff. So.
Yeah, but if you do need some strong self-service, we had word from our sources this week that he could be moving to T-Mobile. I didn't know that was still a company, but
yeah, of course, T-Mobile.
I don't know.
Where are you at?
But I'd
That's
probably be
boostable.
perfect for Taylor. I mean, if anybody's gonna fix your phone, I'd rather it be him.
Oh,
Some,
yeah. Oh,
angry
God.
black lady that's gonna just yell.
Taylor
at you.
has a really cool. I'm going to Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Little icon for his
Yeah.
team, and it's perfect because if I had to pick anybody to put up a logo for their team, he'd be the first one. Just browsing, uploading pictures, doing some kind of weird technology thing.
Absolutely.
Taylor's the tech god around Miyo. He'll tell you all about it. Just ask him. But
He will be missed. So who you got? Taylor or Grant?
I got Taylor. I don't think it's close. I got Taylor in a landslide. I think Taylor. I think Jeremy Maclin will have a great game. Peyton Manning versus Baltimore, as you recall, 2 seasons ago, opening game, Denver, Baltimore. Peyton dropped 7 touchdowns. So I think Peyton. I think he balls out again week 1, and I think Jeremy Maclin is a perfect addition for Kansas City. I like. I like.
So they might actually have a wide receiver that gets a touchdown. catch
Yeah,
this
because
season. I think they
somebody
might have
besides
one.
Travis Kelce and Jamal Charles.
I really don't even think they had one wide receiver to get a touchdown pass last season.
No, they didn't. It wasn't until
like
like the last week.
Yeah.
Not at all. But
that's hard to do, especially when you're like a playoff team.
yeah. And for Taylor, you got Eddie Lacy going. There, Chicago D gave up 100 yards rushing 6 times to opposing rushers last year. You also have Mark Ingram going, and he's going up against the Cardinals D, and they only gave up 4 100-yard rushers. So, in the first 12 games of the season, the Cardinals gave up 0 100-yard games to opposing rushers.
Cardinals are stout.
Also, Grant, I do not like Darren Sproles starting. Not sure what you're going for there. I love Jimmy Graham at St. Louis, but St. Louis is an intriguing stat. St. Louis's defense gave up 2 touchdowns all season last year to tight ends and gave up 0 100-yard games. So that's a little iffy there. St. Louis has a great defense. And Darren Sproles, you got DeMarco in the backfield, man. I'm not sure if Darren Sproles is going to be getting a bunch of goal line,
That's a good point. I feel like if Darren Sproles has like some kind of weird like punt return / like little screen pass that he takes 60 yards for a score, that'll keep Grant. It'll keep it interesting.
True.
Also think some of Taylor's matchups are pretty tough. Like you mentioned with Mark Ingram being at Arizona. That was another point that I wanted to make earlier with Jared. His team's going to do great this season, but aside from the Marshawn Lynch tough matchup, Brandon Cooks, who's going to be one of his studs, you're playing against Arizona, and he's going to be on Patrick Peterson, who's my favorite cornerback in the league.
That's right.
So, like, good luck getting points there.
Tough to
Drew
get
Brees
points
will
against
find
Patrick
it.
Peterson.
Yeah, Drew
That's
Brees will
tough.
find somebody else to throw it to. But as far as Grant's Goon City goes, it's going to be fun to see Russell Wilson and Jimmy Graham, that combination. It just sucks that they're playing the Rams week
but
1.
We'll see. It's week 1. We don't know anything yet.
Exactly.
But from as far as we can look, that's all we can go on now. It looks like they're going to have a good defense.
I do like Jonathan Stewart against the Jags.
Me too. I think Stu's going to have
obviously
a
not going
big
to be
year.
throwing the ball a lot. So, I mean, he'll shine up. His receivers, you can go with him or without him. Like they're Deshaun Jackson, Golden Tate. Like it looks like Raymond's receivers. Golden
Tate's just so iffy. It's hard to figure him out. You just don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Danny Amendola for me is like a big what the fuck.
God, Danny Amendola, the biggest queef in the game.
Like we in our like practice video or whatever you want to call it, we had Torrey Smith in that slot, and I honestly didn't think you could find somebody else that was worse, but it shocked us.
Grant wants you to put Devin Funchess in. That's just what he wants.
Funchess, if you can make a last minute start, I'll go with him.
I don't know about that one.
Le'Veon Bell. Whenever he comes back, and Arian Foster, like this team could make some wins. Like I said, I like Stewart and Sproles could do well, but having said all that, Taylor wins. I give him 10 points.
Taylor has Jordan Matthews going versus Atlanta.
That would be fun.
And Atlanta gave up a fuck ton of fantasy points to wide receivers last year, so that also could be your dark horse there. And I want to touch on Goon City's icon he's got next to his team name. It's some little 50. He has like a little minion guy squeezing the blood out of a heart.
Yeah, it was
very dark, very unsettling.
I've been looking at it
scary.
for so long now that I'm kind of getting used to it, but it's still kind of creepy.
It just freaks me out.
I don't know if I like it or if I'm like.
Is it supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
I mean, it just gives me. I don't know how it makes my insides feel.
I do like it next time going to Disney World though.
Yeah, it's like completely. It's like this dude killing somebody. And then just sucking the life out of a heart, and Taylor's just like throwing Terry Sparkles glitter in the air.
Oh, absolutely.
Going to Disney World,
it's
so
weird.
Completely different guys matched up here. But we both picked Taylor.
Yeah,
I picked him by a landslide. I say 20 points.
I give him 10 because it's first week,
okay.
And maybe Darren Sproles will do something fun. I was gonna touch on Jason Witten against the Giants, but I don't really think it's necessary. Taylor's gonna win. But Goon City, don't stay down. You get a couple waiver wire pickups and have your fingers crossed. Le'Veon comes back.
He probably gives a fuck what we think. He's probably sitting there like smoking a blunt, like who the fuck are these guys to say all this bullshit about my team?
I'll give him a couple.
And he could
weeks.
prove us wrong.
It's a 16-week season.
He could be holding his middle finger up to the fucking computer right now. So.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Goon City. We'll see, man.
Well,
we'll
if
see
he does,
what happens.
that means he's watching. So
yeah, if he's watching, man, we just want you guys to talk about it. We're fucking recording this video for you guys. So.
You ready for this?
God, this music just makes me want to.
You know what time it is?
What time is it, Graham?
The game of the week.
Matchup of the week. We have Dave versus Graham. God, this was a hard one. There's so many good matchups this week, but this one stood out to me. Dave versus Graham. This was so hard to pick a winner on this one.
Projections were Dave 100 and myself 99.
Graham 99. Toss up there. Projections don't mean shit, but it was a tough one, man. Such a fucking intriguing matchup. I love DeMarco versus Atlanta for Dave.
Yeah, that's a good matchup.
Atlanta ranked 30th in the NFL in running defense last year. Gave up 700-yard games, 200-yard game. Although I'm not sure if Belichick will let Antonio Brown beat the Pats, even though all the defensive changes in the secondary for the Patriots. He still might, but I like DeMarco Murray for 22 points and Andre Ellington for 14 points versus New Orleans, because New Orleans was 29th ranked in run defense last year. So you got Ellington and DeMarco, your two running backs, playing the shittiest run defenses. Those are my guys for you, Dave. That's who I think will carry you over the top. I think it's going to be a close one. I think Dave wins by 5. I picked Dave to win in the matchup of the week, and it's going to be a good one. I think Julio Jones has an incredible game versus Eagles D for Graham. Also, I think Brady jacks off to all the attention and the national spotlight after all that controversy surrounding him. I think Brady has a huge game as well, but I don't think it's enough to outlast DeMarco Murray and the firepower with Andre Ellington for Dave. So I go Dave by 5 in my quick recap. 97-92.
No hard feelings.
Love you.
I'm just ecstatic.
You didn't pick me either, so fuck you.
I'm like I said, no hard feelings. I'm ecstatic about Brady playing week 1. Everyone thinks I took a huge gamble on that. It was pretty clear from what everybody was saying that he was going to get off. This guy, for the last, I don't know how he's done it. He's won 4 Super Bowls, and it seems like he always finds a way to play with a chip on his shoulder, and he never gets complacent. Last year, it started to look like, oh, no, he's going downhill, he's getting old, he's past his prime, yada, yada, yada. First 4 weeks of the season, he had a combined 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, and he was on waivers. In most fantasy leagues, he was on waivers, guys.
Right. They played Kansas City Monday night. I was watching it there, so I remember. I was praying that I need Gronk to have a good game, and they just fucking got destroyed. The whole week, Skip Bayless, D.J. Smith, all those fuckers were like, maybe it's time for him to hang it up.
Matthew Berry.
Yeah, he was like you said, he was on waivers. Everybody was dropping him. That week, he had 3 touchdowns. Through the next 4 games, combined 14 touchdowns. He ended up having a pretty good year last year. Everybody knows I've been saying 52 touchdowns after the Spygate season. Broke the passing touchdown record before Manning took it over a couple years ago. I don't know, man. I think the sky's the limit for Brady this year, and I also think with the timings of some of these games, I was a little worried at first looking at Dave's team with DeMarco going Monday night, but I mean, I got Julio, and I think if anything, that'll balance itself out.
I like that, yeah. I love Julio.
My biggest concern is he's got. My biggest concern is that he has Phil Dawson going at 10:15 on Monday night. If I'm going to lose by 5,
the kicker?
That's true. If I'm going to lose by 5, it'll come down to him. I said I was going to pick Dave, that I wasn't going to pick myself every week. But I think this is one of those weeks where I'm going to pick myself. I got the Texans D.
Selfish bastard.
I'm super excited how they're going to be. Jeremy Hill at Oakland. Like, if he gets 200 yards, like, I wouldn't be shocked. So, I'll pick myself.
200 yards? You wouldn't be shocked?
I'll pick myself. Phil Dawson, though, he's going to be fun. I feel like Monday night's going to tell you everything you need to know about that. I might be crying myself to sleep that night after a game-winning field goal or something.
We'll see.
So, we'll see, man. But, I'm super excited about it.
But also, so we got I picked Dave. He picks himself.
That's right.
But our top scorers for the week total, we had to pick one guy you think was going to ball out. Grant went out on a limb and picked Joseph Randle with 35 points. I'm going Julio Jones, 28 points. We're throwing darts in the dark here.
So,
we don't know shit.
If Julio Jones comes up big like that for me, I probably got a good chance. So
yeah, exactly.
We'll hope.
But thanks for watching Just a Tip. I mean, sometimes they don't want you to, in the restaurant industry, they don't want to give a tip, and the girl doesn't want to accept a tip. We call that gratuity at the restaurant when they don't want to accept a tip.
And
we make them accept a tip, but in the bedroom, that's just rape, and that's wrong, and let's just not.
That's right. Well, we have much gratuity for y'all joining us this week.
Much gratuity.
Super excited, and
50%.
Tune in next week. And hopefully
we're gonna have a guest speaker on next week. Jared was showing some interest. Jared was talking about coming on the show and just talking a bunch of shit about everybody to stir up some controversy.
Yeah, that might not be the best idea.
Yeah, everybody would just not like Jared at that point. I think it would be hilarious, but I don't know how good that would be for
We'll have to talk it over with our, the people paying the bills. Like, sometimes decisions are over our head, behind the scenes stuff. So we gotta make sure we talk it out with the producers and all that stuff. But you could be seeing Jared next week. We'll let you know.
We'll see if our boss will accept him on the show. We'll be happy to have him. But for Pierce Flanders,
Graham Hoynes,
thanks for watching Just a Tip.
You have now left Moose Time. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.